A while ago, I covered The Force Unleashed 2 and its weird DLC on Endor. But recently I thought to myself, I should really get that finger that's grown out of my arse checked out. And then I thought, I've played The Force Unleashed loads of times, yet I've never actually played the DLC for myself. I know, what's wrong with me? So I decided to play through the Tatooine and Hoth DLCs and explain the story, show you some cool details, and then smile at my neighbour all day from my bedroom window. Both of these DLCs follow the dark side ending to the main game. Vader is dead, and you have replaced him as the Emperor's rent boy. We open on a very cool scene of the Tantive 4 getting jettisoned into space after being completely pillaged and battered by the Empire's big triangle. It then shifts to a lovely warm evening on Tatooine, where we do some terrible things to some Jawas, and Grandad calls us.
Oi, some droids have escaped from the spaceship and it's a total nightmare up here, man. It's awful. I need you to go and find them and, ask Jabba, he might know. And, also, don't f*** up. Okay, cheers, love you.
So off we go to Jabba's palace, and I do love the drawn art style backgrounds of this game. It's super unique and very much pure Force Unleashed. I don't know what this guy is trying to do here, but he's absolutely f***ed it. You can't park there, mate. Oh, hello. Very cool environment. The lighting is very lovely too. Check this out. Whoa. It never gets old. You then have to wipe out this camp of Jawas and move their stupid van out of the way. These buggers love chucking grenades everywhere, constantly, even if it's at the cost of their own lives. Oh.
Game over, man. Game over.
I get some kind of a sick pleasure from disintegrating these horrible little pests. I only just realised as well that you can spin the right stick and absolutely rotate these Jawas at like 190 miles an hour. Look at this. These cans of beans then fly over to try to zap me to death, but they're no trouble. It's also, funnily enough, the last time you'll see them. They just appear for a little bit and then disappear. Ow, you freak. Come here. Fly high, my love. Repossessing the Jawa's whip, you continue on up the path. Until... The hell? Obviously, the council doesn't care about public safety or anything. I mean, what are our taxes going on? How is anyone meant to get up here safely, Jabba? For some reason, there's also now a couple of sand people chilling on the rocks, vandalising some of Ralph McQuarrie's best art. Walking past Mos Eisley and dealing with more Tuskens. Oops. The the Disney friendship barge flies past and tries to dock near the hangar. And I say tries to dock as it's not even in there.
Like a bantha.
We then have to play whack-a-mole with the security eyeballs, and it's really nice, I think, that Jabba made it such a silly little game to get into his house. I think that's lovely. Walking into the palace, we're greeted by a torrent of horrible pigs. Lots of Gamorrean guards charge out the doorways in hope of stopping Starkiller. This does not work out for them. Oof. Boom! After passing his test, we get to meet Jabba himself, and this goes about as well as you'd expect. Oof. We then fight Jabba's angry little Pomeranian. Easy. This is easy. You know how many of these I've fought? Face off, lad. Oi! Now, something that Luke obviously didn't notice when he fought the Rancor down here is that there are actually holocron power-ups everywhere that make you invincible and give you unlimited power. I don't understand why, he never used it. It's so helpful. The Rancor is brutally destroyed, and we're left to escape the pit. Oof. Anything else Jabba sends our way is just trivial at this point, including John Douglas the Weequay here.
Put me down, please. I feel sick.
Entering the prison area, we can find a number of prisoners being kept behind bars, including Jawas, tortured Wookiees, what the friggin' hell are these? And a Rhodian with a boner. No, a bone, sorry. Oh dear. Bless him.
No.
A lot of this section is just chopping up jobbers. A lot of this section is just chopping up Jabba's henchmen, so it can actually get a little bit repetitive, and I think maybe that's where this DLC falls down slightly, very slightly. I think it's a really funny inclusion that they have the droid torture room from Return of the Jedi.
Ah.
You can burn the little gonk droid's feet, but he does oddly seem to enjoy it. You can also stretch out this little tweaker as well. We then move into a room filled with dark troopers.
You know.
Again, there's some handy holocrons floating around there to power you up and help you out. Whoa. Sliding down the shaft, we're greeted with this strange factory room. There's a giant eye in the corner, a nasty looking grinder, and more terrorist Jawas. Yes, you can put the Jawas on the conveyor belt and send them into the grinder. The most interesting and probably sad thing you can find here is you can actually find half a dismantled proxy just lying there in the garbage. Don't ask me why or how he's there. I have no idea.
Need a way out of this room, Proxy.
But he agrees to use all of his last power to change into a guard, pulling the security eye and letting you through. And then he dies.
Thank you, Proxy.
Certainly, Master. It was so good to work.
Oh no.
It's a shame after this that the next 10 minutes I just kept getting killed by flames and massive meat cleavers and got, rather annoyed.
Fucking hell. Oh no. Oh, brother.
Anyway, getting past that results in a boss fight with someone you might recognize. Din Djarin. No. Actually, no, it's Boba Fett.
Your head's worth a lot of credits.
Voiced by D. Bradley Baker, like the clones in the Clone Wars. The fight itself isn't that hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you can avoid a lot of his attacks. You can also overload his jetpack with your lightning to make him fly about like an idiot. The fight is more interesting just on a matchup level. The most OP Force user versus the galaxy's best bounty hunter.
Your tricks don't frighten me.
Like most things in this game, it ends with a quick time event. Which of course, I didn't miss any of the button prompts by looking at my phone. I did it all perfectly.
Hit me.
His actual death is, in typical Boba Fett fashion. Just an absolute blunder. This then switches over to Mos Eisley Spaceport, where we're trying to capture the plans, until old Ben shows up, and then it's into another boss fight.
Excuse me, do you know of an old Jedi around here that's really stupid?
Of course I know him. He's me. Wait, hang on. The fight with Obi-Wan is a little bit harder than the fight with Boba Fett. With him being able to throw you around and block your attacks. He can also pick you up like a wee baby. And invert all your controls.
what the hell?
He can summon a fleet of training droids to swarm you as well, while he just blasts you into oblivion with the Force.
Mate, what the
Now his defeat and death quicktime event is absolutely brutal.
stupid old man.
Some lightsaber strikes into a headbutt, then thrown into a wall, stabbed in the chest with the saber, then pushed into him further. And then the final hit, thrown into the engines of the Falcon and eviscerated. Until he returns again as a Force Ghost to try one more time. Second win. Here we go. You can't actually hurt him with your lightsaber in this phase. You really have to rely on Force Lightning. Or you could trap him in a bit of a messed up circuitry area at the back and sort of double shock him like I did.
Got ya.
And then we send him into Jedi heaven once and for all.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
We then place a tracker on the Falcon, and that's where the mission ends. But I don't know the significance of actually placing the tracker on the Falcon, as the next DLC takes place in The Empire Strikes Back. So, you know, like, did you just wait a few years to track them down, or what? Anyway, talking about The Empire Strikes Back, we are now on Hoth during, well, you know, the strike back on the rebels by the Empire.
Come on. I can do this. Last mission. I can make it.
I'm evil. Time to get to work.
Yes. Hello, my lord. This is Captain Kida. I've been assigned as your liaison with the attack group. Be assured that I am aware of your strict policy regarding job performance. I won't let you down, my lord.
I reckon nothing bad will happen to this guy. Overall, the map design of this mission is, well,
Bloody hell.
oh dear. We have to traverse through the ice caves to reach Echo Base. These caves are full of very angry Wampers. That was a bit rude, wasn't it, pal? Hey? Wampers are a lot less threatening when you're kind of an all-powerful dark side Lord of the Sith.
Uh-oh, baby. Oh, shit, hell.
My lord, scanners are indicating that the ice caverns through which you travel may be a bit unstable. It seems the vibrations from our walkers may be partly to blame. It's possible that I overlooked this when planning your infiltration route.
Pretend that didn't happen.
You failed me for the last time, Captain Kina.
If that is the case, I assure you, I take full...
Oh dear. I found in this section the best course of action to combat these beasts was just to throw them in the bin, really. A lot of this mission after the caves is, again, just a lot of killing soldiers and ripping through the enemy's defenses. The rebels literally do not stand a chance, as not only am I shredding through them, but the Wampers also want some action too. I think this mission feels more like a mission from the main game in a way, being inside a base on a recognizable planet, decimating people. The Tatooine one, personally, I think had a little bit of a different vibe, and that might just put it slightly above this one. Though I will say, the snipers had me a bit nervous for a second there.
Bastards. You shitbags.
Again, after this, it's just more fighting in corridors until you reach this observation platform. It's really cool seeing the battle outside and the AT-ATs stomping their way forward to the shield generator.
Whoa.
Reaching the upper levels, the AT-ATs turn and fire on the shield generator, destroying it, just like the film.
My lord, our assault forces destroyed the shield generator protecting the rebel base.
It's honestly just a slaughter. I don't know how the rebels have any men left after this. It's crazy. Right then, our first duel with the man himself, Luke Skywalker.
Son of Vader.
You're wrong. My father was a Jedi. Vader murdered him.
So you have been told.
This fight is okay. It's a lot more movement oriented than the previous boss fights, but still has that Force Unleashed feeling of smashing two Star Wars toys together, only with more funny ragdolls.
There is conflict within you.
Luke then pussies out and leaves us to deal with Wampa Owen and Wamparoo over here.
Bonjour.
Honestly, the rest of the level is just you going through the tunnels of Echo Base, slicing rebels and Wampers. There's the occasional callbacks to Empire Strikes Back.
Imperial troops have entered the base. Imperial troops have entered.
And we get to fight alongside some snowtroopers. But yeah, there's not much in terms of memorable gameplay. Drenched in rebel remains, we reach the hangar bay, where the Falcon is docked, wanting to escape again. We have to deactivate the shield and wipe out Han, Chewie, Leia, and Luke. Fighting in the hangar around the X-Wings and other iconic original trilogy stuff is very cool. Especially when it lets you throw manned snowspeeders into explosive mechanisms. The rebels shut the blast doors, hiding the Falcon. We tried to pry the doors open using a little force until Lewis Skinwalker shows up, again for one final duel. He's pretty much got the same moveset as before in this phase, and apart from the lovely change of scenery in the background, it plays out pretty much the same.
No!
We have to school the boy a little in the quick time cutscenes until we say something really rather nasty that triggers him.
That color really doesn't suit you.
No!
Don't worry, boss. We've got him.
We then have to face phase 2, Emo Luke. His moveset is very different from before. He incorporates aggressive lightsaber swings, shock blasts, and even like red force lightning.
Remember that?
The latter of which we need to deflect back at him to allow an opportunity to attack. Defeating Luke, Starkiller is more precise with his takedown. Well-timed, purposeful strikes, blocks and jumps, as well as brutal throws and smart counters, resulting in Luke losing his hand again. We then goad Luke into fully embracing the dark side.
Save your friends. Give in to the dark side.
And claim him as our own apprentice.
Very good. My apprentice.
And that's where it ends. Obviously, we get the non-canon ending to this story in the canon sequel to this non-canon game, in which we go to Endor, do our Return of the Jedi level, kill Leia, Han, and Chewie canonically in the new canon for this non-canon ending of a now non-canon game, which is canon to the first game canonically. You know what I mean? Personally, I like these levels a lot. I mean, compared with the second game, the first is just leagues better anyway. But these DLCs have some real source to them, especially the Tatooine one. I think that was the better of the two in my opinion. Such a shame that they never did a third Return of the Jedi DLC for this game. I think it could have been a hell of a lot better than the one we got later down the line. But what do you think? Have you played these DLCs? Did you like them? Did you play them back in the day? What are your thoughts on them now? If you haven't seen my video on The Force Unleashed 2 or The Force Unleashed 2's DLC, then go and watch them after this video. I think they're rather good actually. But let me know in the comments all your thoughts and feelings on this video and The Force Unleashed 2's DLCs. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and hype if you enjoyed it, because they help an immense amount. Consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.